What's going on, guys? My name's Dean, or as most of you know me, Twisty. We've got some new news for Ashes cricket, so let's get stuck in by looking at a couple of new screenshots, as well as detailing the news of things that have come out. Obviously, we've got Usman Khawaja here at the Gabba. There's a couple more that are going to come up in a sec, but let's get into the big news of the day, and that is that yesterday they announced the release date for the 16th of November, which is a week before the first Ashes test here in Australia. Very exciting news, of course. A lot of people were concerned by this screenshot because of where he's looking and stuff, but seriously, don't take a still screen out of context. That's really stupid of you. But yeah, so we have the release date as the 16th, and there's been a little bit of an interview done over on Press Start with the Big Ant guys over there, just to sort of detail what else could possibly be coming, and why it's not coming to the Switch. Obviously, you got Alistair Cook here doing looks like a pull shot or a hook shot, and then you've got Nathan Lyon here with his trademark sort of follow-through action there, as you can see. We've got the two box arts coming up, so there's a separate box art for England and a separate one for Australia as well. So England, obviously, you've got Joe Root there, and I think that is the captain of the women's side. I'm not quite sure who it is, though, so I'm not gonna specifically go names and then get it wrong. So if you do know English women's cricket, let me know. But on the Australian side of things, we do have Meg Lanning and Australian captain Steve Smith. So the two captains of our nation are there on the Australian box art. Box art's really not as relevant anymore because a lot of people buy things digitally these days anyway. But let's get back into sort of... there was a little video that the Australian Cricket Women's posted a little earlier on yesterday, and it sort of brought up some I suppose, new UI that was very different to what we saw in the Glenn Maxwell video. Back in that video, it was the exact same as Don Bradman's 17, so clearly they hadn't moved over to the new section. So I figured we'd pause it here, just take a look at sort of that new UI layout. It's more of a Sky Sportsy one, I think, than compared to the last one, which was sort of just like a pretty bland color overlay, sorry. And we don't know yet whether or not you can customize this overlay. Once again, you can still see your bowling meter comes up on the right-hand side, and then it would be on the left if you're bowling over the wicket. So that's all very similar there as well. And your timing meters will actually come up on the player depending on which player you're using. So if you're using the batsman on the left, it'll come up there for the batting. If you're using the bowler, it'll come up for the bowling. And you can actually see on the left-hand side here, we've got the big P for power play for the Australian batting in the women's. But that's pretty much all I took out of that video. Just a couple of new UI changes there. No new gameplay at this stage, or I suppose you could look at that video as gameplay, but it does seem like it plays very similar to Don Bradman's 17 in that way. And I think it's, the individualization of players is going to be the biggest thing. Now we have got a little bit of news on the commentary. No names yet at this stage, but Big Ant have revealed that there will be 2 male commentators and 1 female commentator on the team. So whether or not the female commentator just commentates the women's match, or the 2 men just commentate the men's match, or all 3 of them are together in one, not sure yet. But I think that it's going to be pretty exciting to look at. So you've got all the mocap for the players. You got for the batting and for the bowling. So hopefully the bowling does look really good as well this time around, because it has been captured through mocap. So I feel like this is going to be a good indication of where we're going to be going with this new cricket game. And I hope that as we get closer to the release date in 6 weeks now, that we get some really exciting things. So obviously November 16th is the release date, and I'll keep bringing you guys updates as I can, and when we get closer to the date, we'll look further into it. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you're excited for Ashes cricket, leave a big thumbs up. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments down below, and until next time, I will see you guys later.